Welcome to the Amplified Female Entrepreneur, where I will be dishing out intuitive business strategies for high level female entrepreneurs. If you've ever felt like you're meant for more alignment, more success, and more impact, then you are in the right place. I'm Lisa, your host, a human design 2-5 projector, a business coach, and a transformational guide. I empower driven women to break free from unfulfilling careers and step into purpose driven leadership that feels deeply aligned and authentic. My goal is to help you amplify your strengths, master your energy, and create a life and business that lights you up just like I did. In today's episode, we're diving into my journey, the moment my life completely shifted, and how that experience transformed my perspective on success, purpose, and alignment. I'll be sharing how I moved from a place of burnout and unfulfillment to a life of deep connection and clarity, and how you can start uncovering your own path to alignment. But first, here's a quick reminder. Be sure to hit the subscribe or follow button so that you don't miss any of my new content coming out. Now, let's get into today's episode. I first want to share a bit of my story because it's the foundation of everything I do and who I am. It's my why. I spent over 20 years climbing the corporate ladder, going to college, earning my business degree, like checking all the boxes society told me to do. I even had the 6-figure salary. I was making great money. I had impressive titles. I kept getting promotions. But what no one tells you is what it feels like when you've achieved all the success on paper, but you feel completely empty inside. I was a single mom working endlessly to provide for my daughter, but I was exhausted, miserable, unhealthy. I was taking anxiety meds, depression meds, sleeping meds, you name it. I was so out of alignment with what truly mattered that I had no clue because I was just focused on making more money so that I could support my daughter. I can't even count the number of times I cried driving to work. I even remember the times I prayed for like having a high fever or some excuse so that I could leave work and rest. I had been conditioned to believe that success meant sacrificing my joy and purpose for stability. But then everything changed the day my daughter died. It was sudden and devastating, and something no parent should ever have to experience. But what followed, I can only describe as divine intervention. I had what I can only describe as a near death experience. My entire life flashed before my eyes, and I saw everything, like the moments, the patterns, the pain. And it was as though time stood still. I understood why, like, I had the parents I had, all the experiences I had, and why I endured the challenges I faced, and even why this happened with my daughter. It was so profound and life shaking. In those moments, I saw everything so clearly. And when I came back, I guess, to consciousness, something just opened in me. I can't even explain it. And then I realized I don't have to because it's beyond words. It's beyond what we can label. But that moment really gave me clarity and set me on this path. I started receiving what I describe as divine messages and guidance. Like I would just know things and I could all of a sudden feel energy in my hands and I could see things like through my third eye. And what's funny is I used to think people who talked about spirituality or were psychics and mediums were crazy or delusional. So trust me when I say I get it. When people are skeptical about this, I was so logical and science minded, but this experience really broke me open and helped me see the beauty and interconnectedness of life and like what's possible. So, one of the hardest moments was deciding what to put on my daughter's marker. I struggled to find the right words. It's like, how can you sum up the love and life of your only child in a few words? I knew she didn't want something like loving daughter and friend. And then one day I just heard her voice and she said, "Be the light that helps others see." My whole body got chills and I knew that just wasn't her message, but that was her reminding me of my mission. That's what I'm here to do, to be the light for other women who maybe can't see that there is another way. There is another way to have a fulfilling career, to create a business that can leave a legacy, or just being a business owner that changes a traditional work environment into one where people love coming into work, to be the light that helps you uncover maybe your potential and align with your purpose and create a life that feels as good as it looks. I know so many of you listening have achieved success, but still feel unfulfilled. And maybe you're stuck in a career or business that drains you. Maybe you've been chasing external validation while neglecting what truly matters. And maybe you don't even know what success means to you. I know I didn't. I just thought it was making a lot of money. And I've been there. So the truth is, success without alignment or purpose will always feel empty. And that's why this podcast exists, to help you uncover your strengths, align with your purpose, and step into a leadership that feels deeply fulfilling. This isn't going to be your typical business podcast. Here we'll blend practical strategies with soul aligned guidance, and we'll explore how tools like human design, neuroscience, and energy medicine can create real transformation, not just in your business, but also in your life. Because I discovered that you need all these three to achieve true alignment and lasting success. So let me explain about these modalities. So human design will help you understand who you are to your core. It's like a blueprint for your soul's purpose, showing you your unique strengths, decision-making strategies, and how you're naturally wired to thrive. It gives you permission to finally live in alignment with your authentic self instead of trying to fit into societal expectations or someone else's definition of success. But understanding yourself isn't enough if your mind is working against you. And that's where neuroscience comes in. So many of us are held back by conditioned beliefs and subconscious programming and patterns. So they keep us stuck. Neuroscience will help you rewire your brain and break through self doubt and create new habits and thought patterns that align with your purpose and goals. So it's about shifting you from survival mode into a mindset of growth and possibility and empowerment. And then there is the energy medicine component. That's the bridge between the physical and the unseen. So everything in our lives, including our thoughts and emotion, carries energy. When that energy is blocked or stagnant or misaligned, it can really hold us back. And even if we're doing all the right things on the surface, energy medicine will work to clear those blocks and heal old wounds and help you embody the person you're meant to be on a vibrational level. So each modality on its own is powerful, but I realize together you need them all to create a holistic system for transformation. Human design will give you the clarity. Neuroscience will provide you like the tools to reprogram your mind. And then the energy medicine will ensure your body and soul are all aligned with your vision. So when you integrate all these three, you're not just creating a surface level change, you're transforming from the inside out in a way that's lasting, sustainable, and deeply fulfilling. And that's why I use all these three in my work with clients. And it's why this podcast exists, to give you the tools, insights, and strategies that you need to create a life and business that will truly light you up and actually work. What you can expect in these future episodes will be solo sessions with me where I will channel insights, share transformational stories, and guide you through strategies to align with your purpose and amplify your impact. I'll also bring on incredible leaders who've embraced their authenticity and created meaningful change so that you can be inspired by their journeys as well and their wisdom. Along the way, I'll share powerful testimonials and success stories from my clients, real examples of the transformations that happen when you align with who you truly are and step into your power. Thank you so much for joining me for the very first episode of the Amplified Female Entrepreneur. I am so happy and excited for this journey ahead and for all the breakthroughs and strategies, the stories we'll be sharing together. Don't forget to hit the subscribe or follow button so that you don't miss any of my new content coming out. Together, let's rise and thrive. I will see you in the next episode.